two, one.
In the world right now, Rodri is the best number six in the world right now.
Exactly. What do you think is the key factor that contributed to the decline of Manchester City this season? And do you think Pep Guardiola's divorce
The
saga,
recent divorce saga.
yeah, do you think is
Well,
played a very
I would
huge role?
say it played a major role.
Okay,
It played a major role, but that's not just it. The Rodri's injury,
yeah,
because it has been forthcoming. The Rodri's injury,
yeah. The Rodgers injury is also one of the factors. Yeah,
because I would say he's Manchester City's key player, and he played almost all the matches last season.
yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't get enough rest,
True.
so Pep Guardiola didn't manage him well.
No,
I
he
would
didn't.
say
Well,
that
I can also say that he did. It's not that he didn't manage him well though, but maybe there is no other player.
replacement.
Yeah, no replacements. No player that can
That's the
hold that
fault
pivot
of
very,
the
very
coach
strong.
or the management,
Okay,
because they're supposed to get a replacement
yeah, that's true.
for such a player. They're supposed to get. But after the Arsenal game, after he left, everything about the game changed, and they started their struggles. Their struggles started
He did that after that
after his
Arsenal game.
injury. Manchester City struggle started. So I would say Rodri's injury, then Kovacic also left.
True, true, true.
So they lost Rodri. They lost the only player that can cover up for
Do
Rodri.
you think Kovacic left?
Kovacic had an injury.
Okay, not
No, he had an injury. No,
transfer
he's still a
injury.
Manchester
Yeah,
City player, but he had an injury.
yeah.
Yeah. So the Rodri's injury and Kovacic's injury really affected them, got them badly. But he
That's
made other teams to take advantage of Manchester City.
because there will be no threats to other teams. You understand? There will
Yeah,
be no threats when other teams sees their squad and there's no player that will pose any threat on them. So
no,
they have to be free. Understand?
nobody. There's nobody like. In fact, in the world right now, Rodri is the best number six in the world right now,
Exactly.
the best defensive midfielder.
Exactly.
So losing such a player is a huge blow. So it's really affected them. Even Kevin De Bruyne was also out then.
But I think KDB actually lost his form because checking out his recent performances, he has not been in his
Yeah, I
peak
would say according age factor and
age factor. Does it really?
yes, age factor and the on and off of injury stuff. It's really affected the young man, but age is the major factor there.
Yeah.
Then let's go into the Pep Guardiola's divorce saga. Those are the things that we can say behind the scenes, things that are happening that we
Exactly.
weren't aware of until it was made
Exactly.
public.
They also affect
So
individuals
this
psychologically.
might have been a major issue in his home
Exactly.
that might have affected him, but we the fans
We not understand. No, no, no.
might not see it that way.
Exactly.
So we might just think it's just the Rodri's injury, Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne,
Yeah, I think
Nathan Ake, and their other key players. But I can also say that this divorce really had a huge blow.
between the divorce and the absence of Rodri and Kovacic, which do you think was more of a major factor?
The major factor is Rodri.
Rodri.
Yes,
Do you think the absence of one man can make that huge difference
yes,
in the team? Well,
absolutely.
well, well, well. I would say the absence of Rodri took up to 40% of the factors
More
because
than 40%, 50 to
you know,
60%.
as we are all humans, and the life of a married man, understand, the sanity of the life of a married man depends on how the partner handles him. Understand? So I think the whole saga really affected Pep Guardiola psychologically because the coach plays up to 60% of the game. Understand? Coaches play up to 60% of the game on the pitch. Not in the pitch, actually, but on the both outside from everything that happens that gives a team victory. The coach plays up to 60% role.
Yeah,
So
he
once the coach is
the role he
psychologically down,
plays matters, and it is said that when a man's house is on fire, it can affect a major part of his life, which
exactly,
football is a major part of his life.
exactly, major, the primary part of his life, Pep
Yes.
Guardiola,
So it can really affect his tactics, his way of reasoning,
everything.
everything about him.
And the way he
And
gingers the players,
what he lost. He lost half of his property. He lost his mansion in Manchester City. And let's talk about this woman who said that it is because of Pep Guardiola doesn't give her time,
give her time, yeah, time.
doesn't give her much
A woman
attention
of
she
a woman
needed.
of 40 plus.
Let's forget about her age. Every woman needs the attention, but this is the job that has been paying the family, has been paying this man.
Putting food on the
You
table.
have seen him work his ass out, you have seen him work throughout his life doing this job. Right from Barcelona, you have been with him. You know the love this man has for football. And now all of a sudden, you now realize he hasn't been giving you time. Now
Yeah.
you want half of his wealth.
But
The
but
same
the profession
job
has been
that
putting food on
has
your
been
table.
hindering him from giving you time. Now
Exactly.
you want half of the wealth he got from the same job.
From the same job.
It doesn't
How
make
it
sense.
doesn't really make sense.
I will not
That is why I would call
say
on the law.
the reason her reason
I would love to
her
call on the
reason
law. Reasonable.
it's not it's not what she put out there.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
reason is just the money, the
Exactly.
property,
Exactly.
what she stands to gain,
To gain after the
and she
divorce.
got it.
That's why
So
that's why I need to call out on the law because I need to the law needs to be amended. Understand? The law really
this
needs to be
has been
amended in the aspect of divorce issues because whenever a divorce happens, the male partner seems to take most of the blows from the law. Understand?
in the
So
Western countries have always protected women. Their laws have always been in favor of women.
exactly.
So I don't think there will be any major
But
amendment of the
is that
laws or
supposed to be
anything.
that way?
That's the way this think. It's not applicable in Africa. It can't happen here. I don't blame those players over there that refuse to get married because they are scared.
Exactly. This is where I really
They are scared. People like Cristiano Ronaldo. He has
want us
worked
to
his
think that
life, over
exactly
20 years of his life playing football. And tomorrow he gets married to anyone, and one day the woman just wake up and say she wants divorce because he's a workaholic, he doesn't give her the time. And you now want this man to divide
his
half
property.
his wealth into two and give you
No,
half.
I ain't gonna do that shit. Trust me. I can't do that shit. Can't do that shit.
All the years of hard work. So
Understand? Another thing, a man needs to understand his capabilities. Understand? Now, looking just like you said, looking at the lives of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, so they apart from their significant attributes on the pitch, I think they also affect their lives and career also teaches us something we need to understand. If a man knows he can't balance career and marital life, I think he should learn how to stay on the safer side. Understand? Looking at Cristiano Ronaldo now, his wife, they have children, but they are not
not his
legally.
wife, his partner.
His partner, yeah, yeah, I think you're right. His partner, they are not legally married, but they are still betting children. Understand? I think why Cristiano Ronaldo is doing this, he's scared of what might happen tomorrow. Understand? Maybe tomorrow the wife might come. Okay, let me not say the wife again. The partner might say, okay, you're not giving us attention. Let's get a divorce. And Cristiano Ronaldo will have to share his property into two. I think that's why he is very, very
That's
scared of.
absolutely the reason because
Understand?
actually they are dating currently, and she
Yeah.
would not come up with any silly excuse now because she knows she's getting nothing.
Exactly.
Let's say tomorrow they get married. Give it 2 3 years.
3 years.
She comes up with a silly excuse.
Silly, very, very silly.
It might
That's
not
just
be
that.
attention, it might be an accusation of cheating or doing any or saying she's tired of the union.
Exactly.
Many people are going into prenup,
Exactly.
which will
I think I
have
I really
the
recommend
man
that one.
protect his wealth. But some women are saying no to it. But when any woman says no to prenup, that means she has an ulterior motive.
Exactly.
So I think the men need to be careful out there. Not just the footballers, the men
The
making
men
money in
general,
the
men
Western
in
Union,
general.
in the Western countries. So we need to be careful. And I think this issue of women getting half of the man's property or the men's property slash their wealth is the reason men are now going into prenuptial agreements.
Exactly.
So because you can't just work years of your life and just see,
Some random lady come and snatch the whole thing
I'll not call
away from
her a
you.
random lady because it's a lady you believe loves you or loved
She
you,
was a random
and
lady.
you also love her in return.
Primarily, she was a random lady.
A lot then love happened.
Yeah, yeah, I love her. But
So I think that's the major reason for prenup, and I am a huge fan or supporter of prenuptial agreements.
yeah, I think after this video, so many people will also love to include prenuptial agreements into their
They already know it. Just that women
tend to
are the ones
refuse.
countering it.
Yeah, they tend to counter and
For you
stuff.
to say no to prenup means you
You
have
have an ulterior
ulterior
motive.
motive.
Exactly.
Your eyes are on the man's wealth. Even before the wedding commences, their marriage or wedding commences,
Exactly.
you have an ulterior motive. These men should learn from Hakimi.
Aircraft. That's why I call him aircraft.
Oh, he really did well in this saga
He was
between he and
smart.
his wife.
I
He
think I think I
was
think
very smart.
he primarily knows the lady. Like he has known the lady for a long time.
If he actually knew who the lady was before getting married to him, that means he really got married to his enemy. He knew he was getting married to his enemy. I
Oh,
think he was just being careful.
really?
Yes, he has heard stories about stuff like this happening, so he was just being careful, protecting himself. And
Well,
it's happened, and it worked that he protected himself
yeah,
actually.
it really
So
works for him.
you cannot know that this woman is a thief or a gold digger, and you just go in
Dive
to
into the marriage
dive into the
straight without
marriage.
setting up
So
some backup plans.
yeah, that means you purposely married your enemy. I don't think she knew the woman was like that. It was just that he was making careful, just like Ronaldo with his woman.
Just trying
You
to
would
play
not
play
know
the safer
her real
game.
character until marriage happens,
They sign the papers.
until they sign the paper in court. That's when you know that this person I've been with for years, who have brought my all my children, all my kids. This is who
Sometimes
she really is.
I think sometimes men also find out by how their partner start developing some strange characters. And so they'll be like, okay, maybe this woman is up to something. I think I need to make some plans to protect myself and my properties before she strikes. What do you think?
You have signed the marriage papers in court. There's no other thing for you to protect about yourself anymore. When you have signed it, you have signed it. After the divorce or during the divorce, your property must be shared. Okay. Sometimes the women initiate the divorce.
Yeah,
Let's look into this. I don't know if you heard about the recent uh, issue of a woman that was scammed by a Nigerian
yeah, yeah,
scammer.
yeah.
She was scammed of $850,000 or thereabouts. The scammer uh, disguised to be Brad Pitt and was using AI images, sending this my images via WhatsApp messages and other social media platforms.
Exactly.
So convince the woman that he is Brad Pitt and he needs a surgery, he's sick, and he's going through a divorce with Angelina Jolie. This woman actually fell in love with this scammer, thinking she was falling in love with Brad Pitt.
Exactly.
And this wanted her to go and ask her husband for divorce just because
She has already fallen in love
she
with
wants to be with her imaginary Brad Pitt.
imaginary man. Yeah.
So she had to divorce her husband and she sent a total of $850,000 to this scammer. And later the scammer was traced down to Nigeria or tracked down to Nigeria. He's not he's not apprehended yet, but the location has mentioned that he operated from Nigeria. So I say sometimes the women, their emotions play a major role in what they put out there, in their reason for the divorce.
Exactly.
Might be just be that maybe she just found or fell in love with a younger guy who has promised her
What her current man cannot give
or
her.
who has made her fall so deeply or who has shown her so much attention can even convince her to divorce her current man
Exactly.
and get half of the man's wealth and send to
Exactly.
the scammer.
Exactly.
So
So many things happen
there are
on
so
that
many
line.
factors that
So many factors that can bet the thought of divorce.
gist of divorce. Yeah.
Exactly. So
So
I think men out there, we should always be careful. Looking at how this thing affected the great Pep Guardiola
Guardiola.
psychologically, it should teach you, it should teach us a very, very big lesson. Understand? With all our doings in anything concerning relationship, we need to be careful.
But my take on this is as an African man, marriage is good.
Yes.
But if I were to be from those Western countries, I won't get married.